Happy Halloween. We're back.
Tell the people, Nate, what your costume is.
I mean, I think they can.
For the people that don't know.
If you don't know, I am Deadpool. Happy Halloween. I decided to be Deadpool this year.
See, part of me is like, I'm not ashamed that I'm doing this at all. I love the costumes. But another part of me just looks at you, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? And then another part looks at me and I'm like, what am I wearing, bro?
Good content.
It's amazing content.
What are you for Halloween, bro?
For those of you who don't know, I am Puff the Magic Dragon. Would you like to see me spit fire?
I'd love to. Wow. It's not really going anywhere, though.
All day. Well, I'm a baby dragon. I'm like not a full grown.
So it's just kind of like...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was really thinking about getting a Lysol can and then doing that, but that might be a little hazardous. So.
Set something on fire. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. Fun fact about that, actually, my coworker, when I worked at Bricks for Kids, it's like a 13-year-old kid, he would do that inside the thing, inside the building. Probably wasn't the best idea, but... Definitely not. I digress. But yeah, Halloween, man, you know. Halloween is here. Halloween weekend, as it's called. College kids call it. So, you know, we figured dress up for y'all, man. A little festivity. You know what I mean?
I forgot I had a hat on my head until I went to...
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if this is even visible, because I had a rough time framing the shot, because I can't really see. So I can't really tell if it's visible, but somebody commented on one of our previous episodes and said they wanted us to tilt the camera down a little more to show the kick game off, and neither of us really be wearing like crazy kicks like that. But in case you wanted to know, I got red Vans on to go with the fit. So
I got some Forces, not the black Air Forces, unfortunately, but yeah, Nate has actually a lot of nice shoes. I'm starting to build my shoe game up with some, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really want to walk through the grass with my nicer shoes on. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
I don't know. I guess I could do the most and like bring a pair of shoes, but that's just a lot.
Yeah, I feel you.
So. One of these days, maybe.
All right, but yeah, this is the Halloween special. Welcome to the Uncontested Podcast Halloween special. I can't do this anymore, bro. Like, I'm keeping the costume on, but holy shit.
That's fine. We at least got a shot of it with the mask on, so.
Hello.
You did your part. I'm proud of you.
Oh my god. Actually, I'm gonna wear it backwards. Holy, dude, I can see you now.
Yeah.
It's a nice costume.
Thanks.
Whew. It's warm in there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Also, these are very slippery, so like I very well could just like drop my mic at any point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, gotta stick with the it's a Halloween special, but we gotta stick with the routine.
Building blocks.
So go ahead and talk to me about your song of the week.
Woke by Royce da 5'9". I don't know if he's actually 5'9". I'm assuming he probably is.
He could be. I know who Royce da 5'9" is, but I don't know his height.
I didn't. Woke is a really good song, though. Again, it's just a song that I found on Spotify Shuffle. I was just shuffling through songs, came up, and I was like, whoa. I got woke to the song.
You did. You did get woke.
Yeah, Royce da 5'9". Check it out.
For me, I got a name for you, bro. So, last week you had Big Moochie Grape, obviously.
Oh, you didn't put... Did you purposely not put the name
I purposely didn't put the name on here because I wanted you to hear it before seeing it. Mm-hmm. So my song this week is Shirt. It's just called Shirt by a duo called Thought Twat.
I've heard... I know... Wait a minute. I actually have that on my favorites.
Do you actually?
I do have that on my favorites. I'm not going to check it now. I know I do, though. That's funny.
Yeah, no,
that's hilarious.
I hadn't heard of them until I heard the song.
That's funny.
But then I found out they're like signed to A$AP Rocky's label or group or whatever.
It's a fire song.
It is a fire song.
The beat is hard, yeah.
But I really like the song, but I really just wanted to make it my song of the week because the name Thought Twat is crazy.
Thought Twat. I'm pretty sure they said it in the song too.
Yeah, like at the beginning.
Thought Twat. Yeah.
So that's I learned, real quick, that I mean, like, obviously I don't know if there's like another meaning behind it, but they is two rappers, and the reason that their name is Thought Twat is because one of the artist's name, like his rap name, is Thotto, and the other the other rapper's name, I believe, I could be getting the first part wrong, but I believe his rap name is Icy Twat. So Thotto and Icy Twat came together to
Icy
become
Twat is a very
Thought
interesting
Twat.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
So very
Yeah. They're both dudes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah. Thought Twat shirt, fire song.
Nice.
Let's get into it, bro.
All right.
Let's talk some Halloween shit.
It's Halloween.
Let's talk about some Halloween stuff.
Can we do the thing? Can we do the SpongeBob thing where I think it's the ghost? He's like, ooh, and then you got SpongeBob goes, ah, wee. We would need one more person for it, but was that pretty good? Ooh, ah, wee. You're welcome.
Oh fuck.
I was thinking about that the entire car ride over, honestly.
Just like, yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean,
which I don't really know why, because I don't even think that relates to Halloween. Well, I mean it does. It's a ghost. There's a ghost in there.
The Flying Dutchman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I liked it. I liked the energy you came with too. That was really.
I really just wanted to do the Patrick one. That was my favorite one.
All right. So it's Halloween. Well, it's not Halloween when we're recording this, but it's Halloween when this comes out. And I can't fucking scroll on the laptop because
it's Halloween on a Monday?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why we're in costumes, because the episodes come out.
I didn't know if it was like, I'm bad with dates too, so I didn't know if it was like maybe like a Sunday or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. If Halloween wasn't on a Monday, we probably wouldn't be doing this.
Why don't we
we could be.
Why don't we get work off on a Monday?
That's what I'm saying. Like Halloween, we should get a day off for Halloween. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm trying to think where we want to start. Actually, I got some things. There's quite a few things that we could start with. Let's just start with good old fashioned. You got any good Halloween stories or any scary stories or anything that you'd like to tell?
It was scary at the time, kind of. Not really, but it's looking back on it, it was something. So, I mean, throughout neighborhoods, people have Halloween parties and stuff like that. You know your neighbors, stuff like that. When I was younger, I mean, unbeknownst to me at the time, but obviously looking back on it now, a lot of parents and stuff take Halloween as a time to get a little lit. You know what I mean? Have parties, drinks get flowing, whatever the case may be. They put on their costumes, hand out candy to kids, harmless, fun, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to obviously say her name because that would just be weird. But one of our close family friends at the time, the mother, dressed up in a Catwoman suit.
Nice.
Like a tight Catwoman suit. And
where are you going with this?
Now you'll see.
Okay.
I guess the costume's kind of irrelevant, but I just kind of remember it. And we're walking around to the houses getting candy. We stop at that house. And it was me and I think I was with my buddy Vinny Sack, I believe. Or somebody, I don't know. We get to the house, and we're like very close to this family, but I could tell that this mother was, intoxicated. I didn't know, but she just didn't seem how she normally was.
Yeah.
And passing out candy, whatever. And she looks at me, and she says, I want the dark meat now. And she just starts chasing me, and I'm just booking it, dude. I just start running, and she's like chasing after me.
What?
Yeah. She said, I want the dark meat. And then I just started running. So that's the story of the drunk cat lady chasing me. So
I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
I'm not really sure. I mean, dude, it was kind of weird for me because at the time I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, oh, I'm getting chased. I'm going to run. And I didn't even really understand the meaning of what she was saying back then. But, thinking back on it now.
Now you get it.
Kind of get it. Obviously, she was a little intoxicated. Didn't mean any harm by it, whatever. But it was like, that's not something you really get every day. So a drunk cat lady chased me down down her like grass, her lawn.
Nice. I could see how that could be scary at the time.
She also saved my life one time from drowning when I was really little. So shout out to you.
Okay,
but, you know,
good
lady.
Person.
Great, amazing person. But just that
questionable decision making on that night.
Questionable phrase for sure.
Questionable phrase. Like not really.
I look at that a bunch of ways, and I'm not really sure what to make of it.
I would just hope that she hasn't said it again, unless she's like eating chicken. Then I mean,
that's just the type of meat that she wants,
or turkey, or what? Do chickens have dark meat?
Chickens?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
I know turkeys do.
Chickens? Yeah, they must. I mean, dude,
if turkey's got it, I feel like chicken's gotta have it, right?
Chicken's like a miniature turkey, pretty much.
Basically, it's like if you just take a turkey and make it a little smaller, that's basically a chicken.
I'm sure they have dark meat.
Yeah, I would say so.
But right on the legs or whatever. But I digress.
I have a similar story to that, but it's not actually a Halloween story, so I'll just quickly run through it about getting chased. Mine was just scary because I didn't know the person or anything like that. This was I can't remember. This was like either 8th grade or 9th grade, like a little bit older, but still, you know, like young. I think 8th grade. And me and one of my buddies, we were walking over to visit a friend at night. Definitely probably were supposed to be in the house. So sorry, Mom. But we were walking down Ashburn Village Boulevard, and there's the McDonald's right across in the shopping plaza across the street. We're walking on the opposite side of the road. We're just walking, not thinking anything of it, because, you know, we're kids. We don't know any better, and we're in Ashburn, so, like, relatively safe.
Yeah.
And somebody comes out of the McDonald's and is like just yelling things at us, and we didn't know what they were saying, so we kind of stopped and we were like, what? Like, we didn't know who it was, anything like that. They were just yelling at us, and then they just start chasing us. Like, they take off across the street. Like, they ran across the street.
Was this like an adult?
We think so.
How old were you at the time?
13 or so.
And you don't remember you guys doing anything? Like, you were just minding your own business?
We literally were just walking to go visit, like, go see a friend. Like, we were just leaving the house, going to see a friend at night. And dude comes out of McDonald's. He's yelling shit at us. We don't know what he's saying. Definitely was on something for sure. And the scary part was, I cannot prove that he did or didn't have anything, but both of us swear on everything. Like, we saw him, like, when he started chasing us, he, like, put his hand up in the air, and we just saw, like, light reflect off of something. So we definitely thought we were about to get stabbed. Yeah. Like, we 100% thought we were about to get stabbed because this dude was chasing us, and we just run. We're running, just running down the sidewalk, and we didn't, like, cut off the street. Like, we stayed on the street because I was like, maybe a car will pass.
Probably ran like a 4.3, 4.4.
I don't think I've ever ran faster.
Yeah.
But, you know, stay next to the road in case a car passes, and maybe they'll see what the fuck's going on. And then the dude just stops. Like, he just stops chasing us and starts laughing hysterically. And so we just continued on, and, like...
Yeah, that dude was probably just a weirdo.
It was like for, like, a good 30 to 45 seconds, I thought we were about to get hawked down and stabbed.
I wonder if it was somebody that maybe you knew.
No, I'm pretty certain it was an adult.
Sure.
Because, like, I have no idea what the fuck was going on. Like I said, that's not even a Halloween story, just on the topic of getting chased. Definitely was scary, especially being in Ashburn where, like, not a lot of shit happens, and, like, you can just, like, wander around at night safely for the most part. Just very concerning. And then, like, we just went on with our day. Like, that's the thing, like, being kids, like if that happened to me now, I'd probably just go home. Just be like, all right, like, that's enough of the world today. Yeah. But, like, we went about our day, kept going, went over to hang out with somebody, and that was it. But as far as Halloween, I'm trying to think if I have any, like, good Halloween stories, because I can't really think of any. I just remember being, like, a little hood rat on Halloween, just, like, doing, like, just little hoodlum shit, just nothing, like, serious, but, like, just messing around a lot on Halloween.
It was definitely the time to, like, get into some mischief. Because you knew everybody was out, so, like, it'd be very hard to, like...
You could get away with whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not whatever. You probably couldn't kill somebody and get away with it, but...
be a good idea.
You could get away with little kid mischief.
Yeah. Light a bag of poop on fire or something like that.
Have you done that?
No.
No, neither have I.
We have put, like when I was really little, I didn't do this, but one of my friends was with him. He got poop out of a dog bin and just put it in people's mailboxes. And I felt so, and I thought about it for like a week or two. Because, dude, I was like a little like goody two shoes for the most part. I just like got into mischief because my friends.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, should I go take it out? But then I was like, it wasn't me, so like, I don't want to do it because I don't think it was me.
Should I go take it out?
But yeah, it was something.
The best thing I could think of, honestly, Halloween related, is I remember when we were in middle school. I can't remember what grade it was in, but somebody threw like a little Halloween party. And I went as Slash from Guns N' Roses. That's Guns N' Roses, right? I'm pretty sure that's Guns N' Roses. I went as Slash. I had like a big ass wig on, fake nose ring, all that shit, like skull and cross, but like skull t-shirt, all that shit. And we went to this party, and it's so funny looking back on it now because like it was like a party, but it was literally like 100 people. Like it was a lot of people, honestly. It was like 100 people in this girl's basement, and like everybody had to leave their shoes upstairs. So it's just a bunch of people, no shoes, in costumes, in this girl's basement, basically just like listening to music. Because like realistically, like you're not really getting into any crazy shit at a party. Yeah, you're not drinking. Like there was no alcohol or anything like that. And so I was there as Slash, and fucking Nick showed up as a football player, like full pads and everything, bro.
Helmet.
I don't think he might have had it on at one point.
Definitely had eye black for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But he literally, like, Nick's already like a pretty big guy.
Had his mohawk.
I think did he have a mohawk at that time? I can't remember. But, you know, like even back in middle school, Nick was always like a bigger guy, like, you know, because he always played football. He was usually like, he always played like linebacker or whatever. So built
big
guy.
Yeah.
So add shoulder pads on top of that, bruh. Anywhere he went, I was following him because like I knew he was clearing a path. Yeah. It was just so funny because he's literally just like walking through people, just bumping into them with their fucking with his fucking shoulder pads on, and they're just getting out the way. And I just basically just sat there and just like I tried to take control of the aux for a little bit, play some bangers because. You know,
that's what we do.
I definitely played like some. I know for a fact because I remember. I just don't remember what song it was. I definitely played like some like ass throwing song like as a joke, and yeah,
did it get the people going?
I mean, it was 100% a Waka Flocka song. I just don't know if it was No Hands because I don't know if No Hands was out at that point.
Yeah,
pretty sure it was.
Probably was.
I think it was.
Yeah,
but
I think it probably was.
It was definitely a Waka Flocka song. And yeah, it's just really funny looking back on that and being like, wow, we really called this a party. Like even like high school parties, bro. Like high school parties, like they're not.
It's parties. Not a party. It's just people in a basement gathering. Drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, and in middle school there wasn't even drinking, so it was literally just like sitting around eating snacks, drinking juice.
If you get it's really a part when you like walk to like the local McDonald's at like 11 o'clock at night or something like that.
Yeah, just like 20 kids deep in McDonald's at
go on Omegle at night, or not Omegle, Omegle, are they the same thing?
Uvu was like kind of like Skype. Omegle is the one where you connect with random people.
Yeah, that's the one.
Or chat roulette.
Yeah.
You got any like spooky stories? Like
nah.
Maybe not anything that happened to you, but like you got any spooky shit, bro?
I think the only thing that's spooky to me, and this has happened to me a good amount of times, is like, have you ever been sleeping and you wake up and you're like sat up and then you feel like a force like push you back down?
Like you wake up and you're already sat up?
Kind of. At least I think from what I can remember.
That has never happened to
me.
I'll
be like, it's almost like a sleepwalk kind of thing where you just like sit up and then you wake up and realize that like you're up, and then like I've just felt a force just like push me back down in my bed.
It kind of sounds to me like you've been possessed.
Maybe.
Because I've never woke up and been sitting up in my bed. That I can think of.
Yeah, I vividly remember this happening once or twice, and I was like, huh.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
You think ghosts are real?
I think so. I think that some type of supernatural spirit or something. I mean, I guess it's pretty commonly referred to as ghosts. I definitely think that is real.
Yeah.
I believe in ghosts.
I go back and forth with it. Like, it's hard to say, like, it's not, because you can't prove it's not.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, I've had, like, a couple of experiences that make me feel like, oh, shit, like, you know, like, that's weird. Like, that's just so weird that, like, it's almost impossible that it just kind of happened. Like, so there's definitely been things that have happened or that I've experienced that make me think that there's spirits.
Can you name one, like an experience?
I mean, so back when I was real little. I mean, not real little, but like, I feel like all this shit, like every story I refer to happened in middle school. I think I peaked in middle school. But I don't know if this was middle school, but we were in Pennsylvania celebrating Orthodox Christmas, which is January 7th. So like, I celebrate Christmas here with my mom and my dad, and then my dad's side of the family, we're all Serbian Orthodox. So they all celebrate Christmas on January 7th. So we go up there for Christmas, and we were up there, and we were at the local like Serbian club. Like, it's a bar, but it's like where all the people from the Serbian church and everything get together. Like, a lot of people up there are Serbian in this like little town. So we were there, posted up, having a good time, and there's an upstairs to this bar, and me and a couple of my friends, I don't even remember who they were, but I just remember like my little friends at the time, we were like, let's go ghost hunting, because nobody ever goes up there, and it's like, it's basically like preserved. Like, it almost looks exactly the same as it did like probably like 30, 40 years ago type shit. Like, I'm sure people have been up there and used it, but it looks like it's been untouched. So we were up there, and it was definitely in middle school, because it was after, actually, yeah, it was like right after my grandmother had passed away type thing. And so like, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Like, I'm still kind of fucked up, but I was like, fuck it. Like, let's go look for ghosts. Like, because there was this one picture of this like old dude, and you know, whenever you see those old pictures, you're just like, he definitely haunts this place or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were up there, and I remember like, I was just like taking pictures with my little phone, just trying to catch things. And I swear to God, bro, like, everybody always says like, oh, that's fake, this, that, like, that's explainable. And I'm sure it probably was, but I took a picture with this phone, and I was looking at it, and I swear to God, there was like a perfect shadow figure.
Bro, that's always the type of thing that happens, though. Is like, I've heard like,
yeah, and like,
same
it sounds
thing with other stories, though. It's like you take a picture and you see something in there.
Yeah, and like, that's the thing. Like, it sounds so fake because everybody says that, but at the same time,
maybe that like validates it.
And like, the thing is, like, if I look back at it now, like, as an adult, like, there's probably something that like, there's an explanation for it. But like, when I took that picture, there was nobody else in that area at the time for there to be a shadow of, and the only light source was the flash from my phone, and nobody was standing between it. So like, and it was like clear as day, bro. And I was just like, I'm gonna leave now. Like, I was like, that's enough for me. And so like, stuff like that, like, it's when you hear other people say it, it sounds bullshit, but when you like see something like that, it's just weird. And like, you can't prove that stuff doesn't exist. Do I necessarily think that was a ghost? Probably not. But do I think that like, at least like, spirits exist? I would say, yeah.
I feel like they have to.
And
I feel like there's just,
to kind of go off of that, to get into like a little more like spooky story type shit for Halloween. Another reason that I believe in ghosts, spirits, whatever, same place in Pennsylvania, Beaver County, Pennsylvania. There is this area, this road called Kelly Road, and it's known, there's a 1 mile stretch of this road. It's only like a 2 or 3 mile long road, but there's a 1 mile stretch of this road known as Mystery Mile, and it's like an infamous road like in that area, and like even like I've seen things posted like it's one of the nation's most haunted roads and stuff like that. And I've driven on that road, taken rides on that road many times. I've never experienced anything like with my own eyes or ears or whatever, but like it is just creepy. But there is a story that I've been told. And so like a little backstory is like they don't really the reasoning behind it isn't like 100% known, like why people think it's haunted. I've heard everything from it used to be a Native American land, so they haunt it now, they like cursed the land. I've seen that like there's like cult rituals that used to go on and still potentially go on in that area, so it's like there's just bad energy there. I've even seen that it's haunted by like a couple that was like driving their like riding their wagon or whatever, and it flipped and the woman and man were both killed, and now they haunt that stretch of road. But it's like well known. I think I have a little thing that I can pull up to speak about, but it's like a well known thing in that area and honestly a lot of places. And so it says, let's see if there's anything good. So this is the main thing. So there have been multiple accounts of animals, specifically animals, that just go crazy. Like they become violent, rabid, and they're just like your dog. Like if you take your dog Mystery Mile at night, like your dog might
gets
freak
into the
out.
Animal itself.
Yeah, literally. And so there are a couple stories I've heard. There's one story I heard that and these both came from my dad, I believe, or one of them might have come from somebody, but I know one of them came from my dad. I heard one story of a guy who was just driving down the road, and he always he would just have his dog in the bed of his truck. His dog wouldn't go anywhere. His dog was perfectly trained, everything like that. He's driving down the road. His dog jumps out the back of the truck and just takes off into the woods. And like, so he stops the car, gets out, goes looking for his dog. His dog comes back like everything's normal, gets back in the truck and drives off. But it wasn't like the dog to ever jump out of the truck, especially when he's driving. Like the dog has never done that, but on that stretch of road he did. So that's one thing I heard. The one that really kind of fucks with me is a lot of people say that they see like a figure of like a woman or a child. And first of all, why is it always women and children? I feel like women and children are like always the ghost thing.
It's never like the man or like the dad or something like that. It's just always the woman and the child.
But so maybe a lot of people,
they're like the easiest for the spirits to get to.
Maybe, or maybe they just, I don't know. Yeah. But so like people often report like seeing the figure of a woman or a child, and like they're usually like, you know, white outline, like kind of like misty, like almost looks like you can like go through them type thing because they're ghosts or whatever.
Right.
But my dad told me a story that he has. I want to say it's his buddy. I'm sure it didn't. I don't think it happened to him, but his buddy, this person, was driving home, and like that was like wherever they worked or wherever they were going from, they go on that stretch of road. So they were driving home. And they're just going down the road. Everything's normal. Gets on this 1 mile stretch of Kelly Road, Mystery Mile. And he's going. And he sees a woman. Or maybe it was a child. It was either a woman or a child. One or the other. I can't remember which one it was. But he sees a person step out in front of his car. And he's like, there's no fucking way that I'm not hitting them. Yeah. Like, I cannot miss them. Because he didn't have enough time to stop. Like, he slammed on the brakes. Knew he wasn't going to stop in time. He said that this person slammed on the brakes and like covered their eyes because they knew they were about to kill someone. Like they were 100% sure that they were about to kill someone dead on the road right there.
Yeah.
His car came to a stop.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. He got out the car, looked around. There was nobody.
Bro, what?
And like, it's creepy, bro. Because like my dad isn't really a big, like, you know, conspiracy guy or ghost guy or anything like that, but he was like this, like he thought that he was going to kill somebody
and just nothing happened. And stuff like that makes me like, because like you hear it from like random people and you're like,
it's like something like it's like your dad. You're like, your dad's not just gonna cap about that.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's known as like one of the most haunted stretches of road in America, and it's very funny to me because it's like, it's right near like where I am whenever I go to visit my family all the time. And so like I've gone on it a few times.
How much would somebody have to pay to like camp out there for a night?
Dude, I wouldn't. Yeah. I absolutely would not. Especially because there are reports that like cult activity still goes on there. I don't know if that's true. But there's reports that it could still happen because it's in like a very wooded area.
Yeah.
So like I would not. You could not pay me money to
spend ask my dad.
People live there too, bro.
Yeah.
Like there are like a couple houses like on that stretch of road. And I'm like, why?
Probably a cheap house.
Probably, but like get out of there. Like,
yeah, no. That's nutty. That's crazy just because it's your dad. So it's like, bro, you know he's not like making that up. Like,
yeah, like it's just.
What the heck, dude?
It's very weird. And like the energy there is very weird. Like I said, I've never actually experienced anything, but I've been there and like. There's even been like people say like they feel like angry and shit like that. And like I felt that. Like not like full blown anger, but like I've been on this road and I just like I feel weird and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to fucking be here.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely it's weird, bro. I definitely think that like stuff like that exists.
Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, I mean kind of. Me and my buddy Luke Goodwin, you know Luke, we were driving back. Okay, so that day we had driven down somewhere essentially, and there was this place that he had been to that he wanted to show me that was like this like abandoned kind of like farmland type of thing. And I can't remember where this was at, but essentially we drive there, we get there, we get out, we're just walking through and like it's creepy, dude. It's like an abandoned shed, nothing's in there. We're just walking through, whatever. We're walking back and we hear something like slam or crash in the building. And we looked at each other and we just booked it, dude. We're like, yeah, bro, we're out.
Fuck no.
So we leave, and then we're driving back, and it was me, Luke, and our buddy Jalen. So we went there, drove back, and as we're driving back, it's like 9 or 10 at night or something. And right as we're driving back past the little farmland thing, we look into the woods, and we could have sworn we just saw like a man just like standing there. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, bro, did you see this? Like, yeah, what the heck, dude? Like, let's get out of here. We're just driving again. It's like late at night. It's creepy. We're trying to get home. And then all of a sudden, these like deer are crossing the road. And we're looking. And I was like, is that a deer? And then bam, it just hits his car. It hits his car and he starts swerving, have to pull over. His car's like smoking or whatever. And his dad had to come and like check it out. And then I think we just went back with him or something like that. But that was also just super creepy, bro, just because of, like, the circumstances under which it happened. Again, obviously, it could just be that, like, we just happened to hit a deer, like, then. But it was just, like, the events that had led up to that.
Yeah, it just feels weird.
Were so creepy. And then he also told me that one time he was driving, again, because I can't remember why he was, like, over there. I think maybe he had to, like, babysit somebody or house sit, and, like, this was just something that he found over there. But he says he literally remembers one time he's driving, and he said, like, a force just, like, almost like didn't come over him, but like he just felt obligated to drive back to that farm. And I was like, bro, what? And Luke, again, is not the type of dude who like would like do something like that just by himself. So it was just was creepy, bro.
I definitely like there's just some things that happen that are not explainable no matter how hard you try. And it really makes me feel like there's shit
something
going
out
on.
there. Yeah, bro. You can't say that there's not some type of supernatural spirit type stuff happening. I just feel like there's number one, it's like with aliens. There's way too many instances and happenings of reports on that type of stuff that I just feel like, bro, like they can't all be like it's just it's mathematically, statistically just improbable.
It's gotta be something.
Yeah. But I'm kind of freaked out.
So I got a few stories actually, like a few things that I could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that since this one's like not super long, I'm just gonna stick on it. How do you feel about like urban legends? Do you like these like spooky legends and like stuff like that? Like do you like those, or do those like creep you out too much? Or
I mean
I just do you like know any off the top of your head,
like any, urban legends?
Any like legends of like oh, this area or this place or anything is like
I'm sure I could off the top of my head now.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So I don't really either, except for this one. Well, actually, there are two. Really quickly, I'll just mention because we're in this area. You ever heard of the Bunny Man?
The Bunny Man?
Yeah.
No.
So this actually is a thing in Fairfax.
The Bunny Man.
Not far from here. I don't know, if it's still a thing that goes on, but there was a point in time where there was this bridge called Bunny Man's Bridge, or that's what it ended up being called. I don't know what it was actually called.
Yeah.
But people would go through there and they would swear that they saw a man in a bunny costume. And there's one incident report, and I think this is an actual real dude too. I don't even think this is a ghost. I think it's a real dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was a serial killer or if he was just some dude that was real angry. But there was one time this couple was driving home or whatever, or they were leaving an event or whatever, and they were in their car, and I think they pulled their car over for whatever reason. I don't know if it was the guy lived near there, so they were parked or whatever. But they weren't moving, and they said that a dude came up and was like, "You're on private property, and I have your tag number," or something along those lines. And he threw a hatchet through their windshield. And
I have your tag number.
Literally,
what the
so
heck?
And then it's a documented police report.
What?
And there's another I don't know if there's a bunch of reports, but people it's become one of those things. People go there to see if they see the Bunny Man type shit. And I think if I remember correctly out of that story, I think there was kind of some discrepancy on whether he was wearing a bunny costume or not. One of them said he was. The other one was no, he wasn't. But that's kind of where it started.
How did one of them say he was? One of them was nah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't one of them said he had bunny ears, and the other one was no, I don't.
Did he kill the people?
No, they drove off and everything was cool. They filed a police report. There's
the hatchet went through the windshield though.
Yeah, there's if you look up on the screen right there, that's a picture of the hatchet that was in their window. It was, and that's what 1970. So it's a documented thing. And then there's a second report. Says Paul Phillips approached a man standing on the porch of an unfinished home. He said the man was wearing a gray, black, and white bunny costume. Was about 20 years old or so. The man began chopping at a porch post with a long-handled axe, saying, "You are trespassing. If you come any closer, I'll chop off your head." So, like I said, this guy might have just lived in the area and he was real angry.
And he liked to wear bunny costumes.
Why the fuck was he wearing a bunny costume?
Was this during Halloween? I wonder.
Let's see if it says. Well, the second report happened on October 29th, so the first report happened October 19th. So maybe he's just really into Halloween. Maybe he's just really trying to freak people out in Halloween spirit. Maybe he's a nice guy.
I would have loved to see what this area looked like in 1970 though.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a picture of the bridge.
Jesus.
But yeah, I just felt like sharing that one because it was it's kind of close to here. Fairfax. I mean, you don't really hear a whole lot of crazy shit going on around here in terms of haunted places or anything like that.
That's the Bunny Man.
But the one I'd
give him these bunny hands. Don't throw a hatchet at me.
That's good.
Thanks.
But the one I really want to talk about, because this one's honestly kind of sad actually, is Charlie No Face.
Oh God.
So this is another
you got struck by lightning. You had to have.
This is another Beaver County / Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania
urban legend.
I feel like Pennsylvania seems I think Pennsylvania and Washington State are the two states I think of, and I'm spooky.
I mean, I don't know why, but that makes a little bit of sense.
Washington State is depressing. Not even because there's stuff to do there. Rains all the time, always gray out. Yeah, but go ahead.
But so this is there's this urban legend in the Pittsburgh / Beaver County area of Charlie No Face, or the Green Man. And I've actually heard of this one before. I just looked up the story so I could.
I'm the Green Man.
It could be you, but I don't think it is you, because let me tell you. So it was a It was a story of this guy who people would see like walking at night, like in the same area. He'd be wandering around at night, and he had a green face. Like his face was like had like a greenish glow to it. And like people like thought it was a ghost. And like they said, like his face was like deformed. He had no eyes, like no ears or.
How's he walking around?
I mean,
echolocation.
Blind people don't need to echolocate though.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not saying that, but like, it seems kind of unsafe if you don't have a face to walk around.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'll let you.
No, you're good. You're good. But so basically, that's like the whole story is like this. You just see this guy in this area walking along the side of the road, green face. And so everybody thought, this is like some kind of ghost. This is some kind of like spirit, something like that. He was a real man. He was a real person. His name was Ray.
Ray.
What was his last name? Ray Robinson. So when Ray Robinson, and this is where it gets sad, because like this is like a big legend. Like people know, like I bet even my dad, because especially he lived in the area, I bet he knows about like the Green Man or Charlie No Face. Ray Robinson in 1919, he was 8 years old, walking through this area, and he spotted a bird's nest, and he decided he wanted to go get it or go get a better view at it or whatever. So he climbed up what turned out to be an old like trolley power line, like a pole. The pole was like cool, whatever, but he accidentally touched the power line to an old trolley that was still apparently active, and he got electrocuted, and he lost or had severely fucked up eyes, nose, lips, everything. Like his face was completely deformed, and so that's kind of why people thought he was like some like spirit or ghost or demon or something, because he didn't even really look human apparently. Yeah. And he wasn't even like, doctors were apparently like very surprised he even survived. And the reason why this is like actually sad, like, because you hear this legend, you don't know it's a real person. Like you think like, holy shit, that's creepy. Like you see this guy, and like apparently, I don't know, I cannot confirm or deny whether he actually had a green tint to his face. I don't really know how that would happen, but maybe it did. But basically, the story goes, like that's the legend of it. The actual story of Ray is he got electrocuted, everything like that, and due to his deformities, that's a picture of him, by the way. That's an actual picture. That's what he looks like, or looked like. He's definitely long gone now. But
yeah.
So the basically the story is he would go on walks at night because he didn't want to scare people. Like he didn't want to be out in public and people see his face and like look at him weird or be scared or laugh at him.
He went on these walks by himself?
Yeah. He would just go on walks. He had his walking stick or whatever. Right. Like he was blind. I mean, he was blind, but like, but yeah, no, he would just walk around at night because he didn't want to scare people. And that in turn scared people because they didn't think that he was like, they thought he was some kind of ghost. So there's a lot of shit that goes on in Beaver, Pennsylvania.
That is sad. That sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause I knew this, but like I didn't learn it for a while. I knew the legend of Charlie No Face or Green Man. I refer to him as Charlie No Face, but he's known as either one. I knew about that legend, and I just knew it as like, oh, it's this guy with no face who people would see walking around at night, and people think he's a ghost. I didn't learn until like probably like 3 or 4 years ago that he was a real dude who just actually had a horrific accident, lost his face, basically, and he chose to go walking at night to not scare people. And that's just so sad, bro. Like, that's so sad.
That sucks. Jesus. Charlie No Face.
That's a scary picture, though. I can't lie.
It is.
Like, I'm sure he's a wonderful guy, but holy fuck, that is scary looking.
Yeah.
If I saw that walking down the street, I'd be terrified.
So would I.
Absolutely terrified. Like,
Charlie no
I'm
face,
good,
bro.
I'm good. I'm okay.
It's a very interesting story, though.
But yeah, so those are my little things I wanted to share. I got a couple other things, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll hold on to that. But I just wanted to share those because they were like kind of spatially relevant. You know, the Fairfax one is around here.
Definitely.
The
Pennsylvania one's
County
back and where
you're
your
like very close to like where my where my dad grew up and like where I go to visit all the time. So it's very interesting. But to kind of get away from that, and then, you know, we could circle back potentially because I got another story I could tell. Real quick, because that was a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Let's lighten the mood a little bit, bro. Let's get a little. You know what time it is? It's draft time. It's draft time.
All right.
Do you wanna draft movies or you wanna draft candy?
Candy, because I was a fat little boy.
You wanna go candy?
Yeah.
All right. I have notes this time, so.
Oh my god.
I had to write some candies down just so I could make sure that.
This is like Halloween candy, like.
Yeah, like I mean, just.
Candy you get on Halloween.
Candy
basically.
you can get on Halloween. Your favorite candy, you do whatever. But like, let's top 5 Halloween candies. I'm gonna let you get the number 1 pick. Let me get my pen out.
You're not gonna pick this one, but this was like an all-time favorite for me.
You're gonna pick something I wouldn't pick at number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Milky Way.
You did mention Milky Way before.
Dude, I don't understand how people. It's caramel. It's chocolate.
They're good. I just feel like they're very simple, but it's good.
I'm a simple guy.
It's a good, solid role player. Like it does its
definitely.
job.
Definitely.
I personally
it's
wouldn't
gonna
say
average
it's
you
the
at least
star.
8 or 10 points, but every game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the star, but it's definitely putting up consistent buckets. Like you can always rely on it. I probably would have, targeted 2nd or 3rd round just for value purposes, but I think it's a good pick, solid pick.
Fair.
But if you got them high on your board,
yeah, Milky Way.
I'm glad you picked Milky Way though, because I'm taking the number 1 contender off the board right now, and I don't care what anybody says. It's not close. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh,
number 1 pick.
Good.
It's an elite player. That is a LeBron James like player right there.
Yeah.
Consensus number 1 pick. I think you fumbled a little bit there, but again, it's all a personal preference. But
it's pretty good.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are just the LeBron of Halloween candy, in my opinion.
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
This is a candy I love. I don't know if a lot of other people like it or not. Butterfingers.
You're going a very interesting route with this draft.
It's just nostalgic for me, because I think also like some of these candies you don't really like. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, right? Like, yeah, it's a Halloween candy, but like you definitely like have it other times, stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like I just like Butterfingers. Man.
Yeah, I get that. I think for me, I'm going like you go out, get all your candy, you go back to the crib, you trading candy with your friends. These are like, even if I do eat them other times, these are the candies I'm trying to trade for. Like I'm giving you 1st round picks to get these candies, type thing. So my 2nd pick, I'm going this one, little, I think it's still popular. Still, I
think I know what you're going to say.
I think it's a lottery pick for sure, but some people might have them ranked a little lower. I'm going with the Twix bar.
Oh, dude.
The Twix bar.
How did I miss that?
That's
good.
That
was the one I was looking. Oh,
that's
good.
The complimentary star right there.
Yeah,
you get the Reese's cup with the Twix bar, bro. That's a star-studded team already.
That's good, dude. That's good.
Yeah, let's hear. Who you going with? Who you going with 3rd round?
I'm gonna go. These are more simplistic, but again, like you're gonna crush them either way. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go Kit Kat.
It's a good pick. I had him high on my board too.
I'm gonna go Kit Kat.
I was Kit Kat or Twix could have been my 2nd round pick either way.
Although the Kit Kat never snaps like it does in the videos. I wish it did, but it's never that loud snap.
It never does that.
It's more like
just like a little break. But yeah, that's a solid pick. I had Kit Kat and Twix. About even on the board.
Twix and Reese's are really good.
Yeah, so picks. I got Reese's and Twix. All right, I think third round for me. This is where it gets a little tough because there's a lot of good players on the board. But I think if we're talking Halloween candy, like I think some of these candies on here are probably more of a everyday favorite of mine. But if we're talking Halloween candy, gotta go with the Laffy Taffy. I'm a big Laffy Taffy guy. I think he brings a lot to the team. It's a little switch up from the chocolates and everything. Definitely. You know, you get that. And I don't care what anybody says. Banana Laffy Taffy is the best Laffy Taffy flavor, and I don't care. I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you don't like banana flavored things. Banana Laffy Taffy is elite. Talk to somebody else about it.
Pretty good. This is one that is simple, bro, but you know, it comes in little forms, big forms, whatever. M&M's.
M&M's.
It's
a good pick. See, now here's the thing, though. Are we talking like all M&M's, just regular M&M's, specific M&M's?
The Halloween edition ones. They have like, at least from what I remember, they had like a Halloween edition one where it was like the peanut butter, but it was like the like Halloween colors. Like it would be like orange. I think it was like orange, black, and I think maybe they had like yellow or something like that. From what I remember, I could be completely wrong, but
that's a good pick. I think I have peanut M&Ms on my board. I'm gonna take that off the board though because I think
peanut butter, peanut.
I think that's too similar to yours. You know, I don't want to. You know, it's basically the same player.
Pretty much, just different form of
just gonna
peanut.
Take that off the board. Love peanut M&Ms though. So
I had to mature in life to like peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, I used to not like peanut M&Ms, but now I love them.
Like
that's my go-to M&M now. Like I used to not like them at all, but now
it is better than a regular M&M.
I love them.
Yeah.
So what am I on? 4th round pick?
I think so, yeah.
Ooh, this is tough. Got my Reese's, got my Twix, got the Laffy Taffy. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with the fruit theme here. You know, get 2 chocolates, 2 fruits. You know, really balance the squad out. I'm gonna go Skittles. I think Skittles are just solid, dependable, get the job done every time.
Skittles are really good. That's good. What's your favorite Skittle flavor?
Not gonna lie, bro. I'm a big fan of the purple one, the grape one.
I like the lemon. Lemon is my favorite fruit flavor.
Like for candies?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Lemon guy.
Okay. All right. Last pick, bro. This rounds out your starting 5.
There's a couple ways I could go here. Could go simplistic. I could take a shot here. Might be good. Might be an international player who's just a bust. We don't know.
Like a stash kind of pick, maybe.
Could be.
Or develops kind of late.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it simple because I like these 2. Crunch Bar.
That's a good pick. That's Crunch a really good Halloween pick too.
Crunch Bar. Bro.
Crunch Bars. Back in the day, I'm trading for the Crunch Bar for sure.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's like, "Oh, I don't really like Crunch Bars," I'm like,
you're getting the same thing every time from them. You know it's gonna be good. It gives you that satisfaction of the actual crunch. It's honestly, if we're going off crunch factor, it's even better than Kit Kat for crunch, and it's just good.
They are good, bro.
Crunch Bar.
Have you ever had the little crunch clusters? Like they make like a bag of like little crunch clusters now.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely worth.
It's crazy how much texture plays a role.
Yeah. It's like that little like, what is it? They're like little like rice.
Yeah,
things,
I know you're talking about. I don't know what they are, but
it's rice something. I don't know. It's not like a grain of rice.
Yeah.
But it's like rice something
cluster or something.
But that's a great pick, especially for Halloween.
Thanks.
Let's see here, bro. Round out the draft. This is tough. This is really, really tough. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I don't have on this board that I really enjoyed specifically for Halloween. I can't really think of anything. So I'm going to have to go for it. I'm going to have to go for the Starburst.
Oh, that's good.
The thing is, the Starburst, but like the individually wrapped ones. Like I know they come individually wrapped, but I'm not even talking a whole pack. I'm talking you got like 20, 30 Starbursts in your bag, but they're like scattered throughout. You got to pick them all out and like organize them, everything like that when you're trading candy. Fun,
because then you don't know what you got. That's nice.
Starburst, or they come in the little 2-packs.
The mini drones, yeah. And you don't know, and you don't know what it's gonna be.
It could be.
You're always
red and yellow.
when you get a pink and a red, or I really like yellow a lot. So
see, I like all Starburst, but so yellow is your favorite.
Lemon is
Starburst?
my favorite for any fruit candy.
I think that's. I mean,
love it, bro.
To each his own. But
I'm a huge lemonade guy too. I'm a
massive lemonade guy.
I love it.
I had peach lemonade yesterday while I was at work. Have you ever?
No, I've never had peach lemonade.
I don't want to. I'm trying to stick on the Halloween thing, but real quick, you ever had McAllister's, the deli down? I
believe they have them. Wait, is it McAllister's over at JMU? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I have. Mm-hmm. We had one down in Harrisonburg.
I got a salad from there and they had lemonade and I was like, let me get a lemonade, and then it said, you want to add a pump of peach? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. What?
Hell yeah.
So
I didn't know we had a McAllister's over here, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good candy draft. I think we both got some solid teams.
I think so.
I think they're very different.
Your first two picks are solid. I think for me, my late picks really solidified. Yeah,
I think you found the diamonds
in the rough.
Yeah, you put together a cohesive squad. Like you might not have gotten the star power early on, but you got solid players, and you filled out your whole roster with solid players. That's just they're gonna play well together, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we can. I would say we could do a scary movie draft, but I just feel like it's just gonna be a lot of us just sitting here being like,
I can't.
Do you have a favorite scary movie? Let's just do it that way. Do you have one, or you're not a big scary movie guy?
I mean, I am, but I just watch them mainly just for like the comedy of it. So like, I don't watch a lot of scary movies. Woman in Black is not my favorite scary movie, but that movie creeps the hell out of me. So that's a movie that is super scary that I don't like, but I guess that almost does the purpose of the scary movie.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of movies. Like, I don't like movies where it's like jump scare shit. I like the movie. I like thrillers where it's like
the slow burn horror where it like builds.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, something jumps out at you and scares you. It's like the whole vibe is just creepy. Like The Shining. I love The Shining.
I feel like that's like true like horror scary movie, honestly.
Yeah, like because it's like the whole movie, like you just kind of feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that happens where it's like it like pops out at you and you're terrified.
I feel like jump scares is just so like like when it's gonna happen.
Like I'm not gonna lie, jump scares do get me sometimes, but it doesn't scare me.
Dude, it's literally just the sudden music. That's
it's just startling. It's like it's whatever jumps out and it sounds like somebody just slammed every key on a piano.
Yep.
Like it doesn't scare me. It just startles me. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, but like it doesn't. If you do that to me during any movie, I would be startled.
Yeah, like if I'm just sitting here right now, just talking to you, and you just scream as loud as you possibly can, it's gonna fucking startle me. Like it's not scary. Like after you do that, I'd be like, why did you do that?
Why'd you do that? Yeah.
But it didn't like scare me. But like movies like The Shining and stuff, like they're just unsettling the whole time. And I like shit like that. Like thriller movies, that's my kind of thing.
I feel that.
All right, let's get a little dark.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Let's get a little dark. We'll ease into that one. We'll ease into
fine.
We'll ease into that one.
Right.
We're gonna talk about it.
All right.
But we'll ease into it. How often do you think about death, bro?
Oh, that's the one I thought you were gonna say. I see what you're talking about for the next one.
Okay. Well, how often do you think about death?
Probably like every day.
Every day?
Maybe not every day. Definitely at least once a week. For sure.
Do you think about it like, oh, like I wonder how I'm gonna die, or like, do you think like, damn, I kind of want to die? Because like then we need to end this and go get you some help.
Nah, it's just like I think about like how much it's gonna suck if like somebody in my family dies or something like that, or like putting that in perspective. I think about how I'm gonna die. I think about when I'm gonna die. I think about all that type of stuff. I think about what's gonna happen after I die. Yeah, I think I kind of just think about death in like generalities, kind of how everybody else thinks about it. Just like what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Basically just like what's gonna happen. How is that gonna affect me afterwards? Like that type of thing. And then like what's next after death is definitely what I think about. So But yeah, I'd say at least like once a week. Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Do you ever just be like, and it not even on some like dark or anything like that type shit? Like,
yeah.
Do you ever just be like driving down the road and you're just like, what if I just like?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not gonna.
No, I know.
You know you're not gonna.
I know.
But you're just like, what if I just?
Yeah.
Right off the road right now.
Yeah.
Or like just right into that truck.
I think that whenever the day comes that I am gonna die, it's easier, like, cause I'm definitely like afraid of death. Like, I don't want to die, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that I've come to peace with like, like everybody dies. Like, unfortunately, it's just gonna happen, and that's just how it is. But as long as I don't die like a painful death, like, I feel like nowadays, like, most cases we have stuff we don't really have to die like a super painful death. Just in medicine and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
unless like something unfortunate happens.
Yeah, unless you get like your head bitten off by, or like arm bitten off by a shark and slowly bleed out. That probably. Well, but even then, it's like shock. Yeah. Apparently, so it's like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you wouldn't even feel it. Which honestly, if you don't feel that, that's crazy.
I really don't think you do. I feel like you're in so much shock that you just don't even feel that. Because like you're just like, bro, what? My entire arm is gone.
My entire arm's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could. I don't know. I hope I never experience that.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I don't want to get mauled to death by an animal. That would really suck. A grizzly bear, I think, is my biggest fear of getting mauled to death. We talked about that before, though. But.
Yeah. Have you you ever played with a Ouija board?
No, and I never will.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't now. I definitely did. I did when I was a kid, though.
I'm trying to remember if I did. I really don't think I did now.
I did.
I feel like I would have remembered.
Yeah. I remember doing it. It was, I can't remember who was there. I want to say it was Thomas, but we were at Alberto's house and we're playing with a Ouija board. And,
yeah, I'm good off that.
Yeah. I remember, like, at the time, some weird shit happened, but, like, I'm pretty sure it was just Alberto fucking with us and he was, like, moving the thing himself.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know how I don't know if I believe in that stuff, but, like, I don't know if I believe Ouija boards work. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they could work, but,
I feel like a haunted Ouija board, like, you know what I mean? Like, something that's, like, maybe in, like, the house of something that's, like, haunted. Like, that's where, like, an entity could go to, like, try to curse or something like that. Like, it's a vehicle for it to be cursed.
But, like, just, like, in your house randomly.
Yeah, I feel like any Ouija, like, if you buy one, like, I don't think it's
just, like, going to Walmart, buy a Ouija board. I don't really know if it works like that.
Doubt it. Unless
maybe
like, spirits around there that are,
But, yeah, I definitely have. I remember some crazy shit happening, like us thinking, because, like, it's like we kept, like, it spelled out the same name over and over again, and we were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was probably just somebody.
It was probably Alberto, to be honest. But, yeah, I probably wouldn't now, just because, like, why would I want to just bring that energy on me?
Yeah.
Because even if I don't think it works, like, I'm still inviting.
I'd rather not test it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to invite that energy into my life.
I don't think I'm gonna die if I jump off this like 30-foot thing, but I probably wouldn't do it anyway.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna test the theory.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. All right, let's do this one.
Oh god.
This is where we're getting a little dark, and then maybe we'll get a little light at the end. But would you, Spencer? Would you rather murder 3 innocent children or watch 3 of your loved ones die in front of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to murder 3 innocent children.
Yeah, those children are getting smoked.
Yeah, I have to.
Like,
punt them like a football. I mean, honestly, dude, like, I don't want 3. Unfortunately, I don't want to murder 3 innocent children, but like, I'd rather do that than have.
Let's make it very, very clear. This is all in the Halloween spirit. Yeah. So if you're a government official, FBI agent, police officer, anything like that,
I'm clean.
We are citizens. We are normal, law-abiding citizens. We don't do nothing. But respectfully, those children are getting dropped.
Hypothetically speaking,
I
would have to murder those 3 children.
Like,
try to do it in a way that's painless, But yeah, I don't want.
I mean, in a completely hypothetical world, even if it's not painless, I don't care because
not really. I don't want my 3 of my loved ones to die.
Yeah, I'm not watching, especially like right in front of you. It's not like they just kind of die. It's like in front of you. Like
couldn't do it.
I don't care what the means are. Hypothetically, I'm taking out those children. They're done. No questions asked.
I think that's a given. We just have to.
Like, what do you...
I feel like anybody would kind of choose that, too.
Do you think there are people out there that would choose the
Unless they don't like the love. I mean, they're not a loved one.
Yeah,
then.
they're not loved ones.
Yeah,
if you don't like them.
I don't think that anybody would choose that. Majority of people, at least.
I mean, I feel like there's somebody out there who would be
sure there is.
Like they'd be like, oh, but like the children, they haven't had the.
I know that my family would rather have that happen than for me to take somebody else's life.
Yeah, like no, bro. I'm sorry.
Grow up. Just
punt those children.
Yeah.
Drop kick them. Do whatever you gotta do, really, but
make sure they're dead. I guess
they gotta go. Blood.
Gotta go.
They gotta go. All right. I got. Would you rather hear a story that is, kind of like a story about a death that I saw on a documentary, or would you rather hear a nice little short story? What do you? I got like a little spooky short story, or I could tell you like an actual story. What do you want to hear about on this?
It's a short story. I'm interested to see what that is.
Okay, so this is a short story that I read on the interwebs a long time ago, and it just kind of stuck with me because like there's just like random shit that sticks with you. Mm. So this story is told from the perspective of like a young boy, and so basically it goes, I wanted to know what was in the basement, but mom told me never go down.
Oh no. Never go in the basement.
I wanted to go into the basement, but mom told me never go down there. But I wanted to know what that sound was.
No, dude.
Kind of sounded like a puppy. And I kind of I got too curious, and I went into the basement. And right as I got to the bottom of the stairs, my mom came down, and she scooped me up, sprinted upstairs, and she started yelling at me. And now my mom doesn't normally yell at me, right? It's not something she does. She doesn't yell. She yelled at me and told me never go into the basement.
Yeah.
And this scared me. It made me sad. So I started crying. So my mom, she
having that face up there, it's just so creepy.
So my mom calmed down. She told me that she loved me. She was sorry for yelling at me. Just please never go in the basement ever again. And she gave me a cookie.
Man, how about you just get out of the house, sell the house if you can't go in the basement?
So she gave me this cookie. She apologized. It made me feel a lot better. Like I wasn't sad anymore. So I didn't even ask her why that little boy was down there, or why he didn't have arms or legs.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude.
So yeah, that's
that took a turn. Well, the mom is evil, and you should get away from your mother, son, kid, lad, lass.
Why was the kid making sounds like a puppy? I don't know, but
why didn't he have arms or legs? I think that's the bigger question here.
Well, I think us as adults, we can kind of infer that
she cut off his arms and legs. How is he living?
People can live without arms and legs.
Well, hypothetically, if you cut off somebody's arms and legs, then assuming you probably have to take them to the ER, you'd be like, why don't they have arms or legs?
Maybe they didn't take them to the ER. Maybe they just knew how to stop the bleeding.
Oh, God. Well, I don't even want to know what type of people they are. If you're able to successfully cut off somebody's arms and legs and keep them living, and then keep them downstairs in the basement, and then somehow keep it from your kid, and every time he goes down, you give him a cookie, so now he thinks it's okay to have somebody without arms and legs downstairs, and now he's going to grow up, probably do the same thing to somebody else, and it's a vicious cycle. Arms and legs cut off, keep giving people cookies. Jesus.
Yeah, honestly, we need to get him off the screen because he is kind of freaking me out. I'm not going to lie.
God.
He is kind of freaking me out. I'm not going to lie.
Maybe he was the one who got the cookie and then he got cursed because of his mother. I don't know.
Maybe. You got
Jesus.
You got any spooky shit to add, bro? I feel like a lot of this spooky shit's coming from me. You ain't got nothing spooky to talk about. It's Halloween, bro.
I'm trying to think. Had the little story about seeing a man in the woods. Let me think if there's anything else I can think of. I guess it's not really spooky, but I used to always have a recurring dream of the witch in Snow White.
Yeah.
I would always have a dream when I was a little recurring dream, And it was freaky because it would occur in my room. So it's like I'm sleeping, and then I wake up and I see the witch. She's in my room and she's like cackling and stuff like that. And then there's like a thunderstorm in my room, and I'm just curled up in the fetal position on the ground, and I'm like crying because I'm scared. So like that would happen to me every now and then, and that sucked. Yeah. So I hated seeing that, or hated that happening. That was scary and spooky. Again, it's not spooky, but it was scary. I almost got abducted from a Costco when I was little.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that.
We're in the picture development thing. I think you can go to Costco and like get pictures developed or whatever. Okay. And again, I could be completely wrong, but this is just how I remember it. Like I was young, right? So this could be, maybe this didn't even happen. This is how I remember it.
Yeah.
My mom was ahead of the shopping cart. The shopping cart was behind her. And she was like maybe about to go up and get pictures developed or something. I just remember being in the cart because I was young enough to sit in the cart, and this dude, older dude, starts backing the cart away. And I was like, I'm going away from my mother. That's probably not the thing to do. I don't know this old man. So I started yelling. And once I started yelling, the dude just casually just pushes it back up to where it was, acted like nothing happened. My mom turns around, she's like, "Why are you yelling?" Like, obviously, I can't really explain, hey, this man's trying. I didn't really know. I was just like, oh,
I'm back. I'm cool.
Yeah, so that was scary. Maybe not spooky.
I mean, that's scary, spooky. That's all. Did it happen on Halloween? Because that'd be cool. Probably not.
No idea when it happened. It could have. I wasn't even in school, so I don't even have any reference point to.
Were you sitting in the shopping cart in a Halloween costume? Probably not. Then it probably wasn't on Halloween.
Probably wasn't on Halloween, but it could have been close.
Just out of curiosity, how long have you had that fucking thing? Because
what?
That costume. Because that thing is definitely not the right size for
sophomore year. And I think even then it was like kind of smaller.
The shit doesn't even go down to your. Like, it's like halfway over your calves.
It goes down to like right here if I really stretch it. But obviously, I'm sitting, so it's like. Yeah. I mean, either way, it's too small.
It's
for
too
sure.
Small for sure. But I like the wings though.
Thanks. It's really hot in here.
Brother, I'm literally in like an enclosed suit. I am cooking right now.
Yeah, we're both suffering a little bit. This is like the same material as my sweatshirt I got. But
maybe you should have just wear that instead. You shouldn't even have got the sweatshirt. You can just wear that.
Yeah, high key.
You got wings on you too. You need to fly away. You out that bitch?
Out of here.
Easy work. All right. Final story. I swear this is the last story. I have lots of stories. So this is, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm so sick of seeing his face. He's scary. It sounds so bad too because like he actually
probably got that all the time.
I'm sorry, Ray. What was his name? Ray Robinson. I'm sorry. So this actually happened. This is a story. This is the story of Tiffany Valenti. I saw this on a show on Netflix called Unsolved Mysteries. Mm-hmm. So this is the story of a girl. She was, I believe, 18, and she went missing just like out of nowhere. So basically what happened is they were having like some kind of like family party or something like that. They leave the party, and she gets into like some kind of argument with her friends or one of her friends or something like that. And like her mom comes out to dispute it, everything like that. So Tiffany goes back inside the house, whatever. And then she leaves. And there's actual documented footage. They have like a deer camera in their front yard or whatever. And she's seen leaving on the deer camera, like walking out. But like her mom came out probably 30 seconds, a minute later. Like from the time that she was marked on the deer camera to when her mom was seen on the deer camera was somewhere in that time frame, 30 seconds, a minute. And she was gone. Like, no trace of her. And so everybody starts looking for her. Like, her mom starts looking for her. Her dad starts looking for her. They call up her uncle to go check their grandma's house, whatever. Nobody knows where she is. And then, I believe it was her uncle was driving to somewhere. I believe he was coming back from the grandma's or something like that. And he's crossing this intersection. where there's the road and train tracks. He sees a bunch of cop cars. So he stops. He asks the cops, have you seen this girl? And like he shows a picture or whatever. And I believe this happened in 2015. Yeah, 2015. So not that long ago. He goes to the cops, like I said, asks them, have you seen her? Turns out she got hit by a train. She was the one. Somebody got hit by the train. The uncle was able to identify her. And they quickly, like real quickly, like because this was the New Jersey Transit Police Department. Like I guess they have their own police department. New Jersey Transit was quick to rule it a suicide. Like they took the statement from the conductor and the co-conductor, whatever, ruled it a suicide. Like within like 5 or 6 days, like they were like open and shut. This is a suicide. But people don't think it was. People think that there was a little bit of foul play. And the reason people think that there's foul play, like obviously her family thinks there's foul play because they didn't see her
killing herself.
They couldn't imagine that. They didn't think that she would do something like that. And I think a lot of people feel that way, but like they said, like there's no way. Like they were adamant, no way she would do that. And the reason why people think, there's a lot of reasons actually. But the main kind of thing is she went missing real quick. And so people think that she was picked up in a car and taken somewhere. They don't know if it was by people she knew. They don't know if it was random people, but they think when she left that yard, she got picked up in a car and left. And they believe that because they found her phone in the yard, like right there.
Yeah. So she got like snatched.
And they said like she would never leave her phone. Her phone's glued to her hand, as I think most it people. Was for all of us in 2015, even still. But so they found her phone, and she was gone for about 2 hours. Train track is like a couple miles away from where her home is. So she would have had to get there pretty quickly and then jump in front of a train, and it just didn't really add up. So her getting there by car would have made sense. And on top of that, apparently when they found her body, she had no shoes, had like just her sports bra. They couldn't find her shorts. Like very weird. Like a lot of things were missing. Yep. And they like her family, they said that the police department did a really bad job of like cleaning up the area, collecting evidence, everything like that, because they just ruled it a suicide. So like they said that their family scoured the area just looking for her shoes, just because they were like, this doesn't make sense. If she walked there, got hit by a train, where are her shoes? Where are her shorts? Where is everything? They found her shoes a mile away on the side of the road. And her headband. She had a white headband. They found her shoes and headband on the side of the road a mile away.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
So if she was going to kill herself...
The train's not going to knock the shoes a mile away.
Absolutely not. And the only other thing you could say is, okay, well, maybe she took off her shoes. Why would she walk about a mile from her house?
Without shoes.
No, she walk about a mile from her house with shoes on, decide to take her shoes off and her headband off, and then walk another mile barefoot to the area where she got hit by the train. And the incident didn't happen right on the intersection of the train and the road. It happened like a little further down. And I don't know how much you know about trains. I don't know much about trains or train tracks or anything like that. But like the whole area is laid out in like sharp rocks, like there's glass, everything like that.
Yeah.
So like her walking there, she would have marks on her feet. There weren't like her feet, no cuts, scrapes, anything on the bottom, anything like that. And on top of that, they said that the conductor and or maybe it was just the co-conductor, one of them of the train, their story kind of changed. Like it started out as like they didn't see her at all, or whatever. And then it was like, oh yeah, I saw her. She jumped out on the track and I couldn't stop in time. And
did the body show like signs of being hit by the train? Because now I'm thinking, what if somebody killed her and covered it up by saying that she got hit by the train, making it look like she got hit by the train, and then like just scattered her articles of clothing.
It's possible, but the thing is, like, she definitely got hit by the train, but like they said that like she jumped out in front of the tracks or whatever. From what I saw in the this episode of the Unsolved Mysteries thing, her injuries would have more so aligned with her potentially already being dead and being laid on the track.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like
that's exactly what I was saying.
So they're saying that her injuries tend to line up more with that because her body like was dismembered, like certain parts of her body were disconnected from the rest of her, like her torso, everything like that. Like, and they're saying that because they hired a private investigator, the family did, and they said like it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It seems more like somebody killed her and then put her on the tracks, or like subdued her, or tied her up or whatever, and then put her on the tracks, because everything didn't add up. And the main thing to me is the clothes thing. Like, why would because on the deer camera you can see she's got her shirt, her shorts,
why wouldn't
her
she
shoes,
have the clothes on?
Why was she in just a sports bra and underwear?
Yeah, it's not adding up.
Somebody probably scooped her up and bad things happened.
And but then like, to cover it up, made it be like, oh, I'm just gonna make it look like a suicide.
Yeah, but the thing that sucks, the thing that's crazy to me, and it's not surprising, but it's just sad, is the police department's willingness to quickly call it a suicide and not do an investigation because it covers their own ass.
Big time.
It doesn't show
liability. They don't want to be liable.
Yeah, any liability, and on top of that, like, it just looks bad if somebody, murdered on your train tracks and everything like that. You run them over. Like,
how long ago was this?
This was in 2015.
Okay.
So happened not too long ago.
7 years now.
But let's see if there's anything in here that I missed. Her parents were convinced that she would never do that.
You seem very thorough with that.
Like I said, they literally hired a private investigator to. I've never seen that. Due to compromised or lost evidence, including a bloody axe found at the scene. I've never heard that. That's something that wasn't in the documentary.
Yeah,
that wasn't in the series.
If there's a bloody axe at the scene, definitely didn't get hit by. That's not how she died.
Tiffany had a crippling fear of the dark, so she never would have walked alone for miles. Tiffany made most of that walk with no shoes on. Like,
yeah, bro. That stuff's crazy, bro.
It's just crazy that I get like they're just trying to cover shit up, but the fact that the police department can just cover that up because they're like, oh, it's easy, it's a suicide, and that's it.
Yeah,
nuts to me, bro. Like, why? She had a scholarship to play volleyball, so like, you're not saying that means you aren't in a bad place and you might not kill yourself, but like, everybody says like things were going good for her, and then they reviewed her case in 2018. The New Jersey Medical Examiner's Office, they reviewed it and they upheld the ruling of suicide. So not only was it ruled a suicide, they reviewed it.
Yeah, they just didn't want to deal with that, bro.
And still decided, yeah, no, it's a suicide.
That's wild.
But that I never knew anything about the axe.
The bloody axe is.
I feel like that's pretty
clear that it's not a suicide.
Hey, is there an axe there that's bloody? Guess what? She probably didn't kill herself.
Yeah. That's a shame, dude. That they just let it go and they're just like, yeah, it's easy. Like, yeah.
That's just, it's fucked up and sad, to be honest. Like, how do you even do that? How do you just decide, yeah, it's not even worth investigating because we want to cover our own asses? I don't get it. But how long has it been? It's been about 1:24. I feel like that's a
Halloween special. We go a little over for y'all,
I mean, Halloween,
give y'all the goods.
Gotta talk all the spooky stuff. Talk about death.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think if there's any more dark questions that I could just ask off the top of my head, but I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Just like as a closing, like, wow, it's Halloween. Let's say something bad. I've almost dropped this water bottle 7 times every time I pick it up. Propel, sponsor me.
I'm trying to think of one.
I mean, if you don't got anything, we could just wrap it up.
Just covered a lot. I mean, I want to think of something. I just can't. Yeah, I don't got anything.
Well, in that case,
ended on a lighter note for the people.
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about some weekly wisdom.
Go.
The Halloween special weekly wisdom. Mine has nothing to do with Halloween.
Do yours first, because that one's really good. Or do you want to end with it?
No. We can end. We can close out on yours because yours is more Halloween related, so it makes sense. So my weekly wisdom, my shout out, whatever you want to call it, blowing your nose in the shower.
No tissue needed.
Like, first of all, if you say you never blown your nose in the shower, you're a capper.
If you say never pee in the shower, cap. Capper. If you say never poop in the shower, cap.
Nah, that face like you made was...
that. I have heard about that. Like, not heard about it, but like...
Do you know people that shit in the shower?
No, but like... I mean, people have I'm sure they have not, but they're just like, yeah. There's like a name for it, where you do it, and then you like stomp it into the drain or something.
Oh, I've heard...
You know what I'm talking about?
Called?
I don't know, but...
Oh, man, I know what that is, too. Yeah. I've heard about that. But, anyway... Blowing your nose in the shower. If you say you haven't done it, you're lying. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because you're in the shower and like the steam is like clearing out your sinuses.
No, for sure.
But blowing your nose in the shower,
it's nice.
I feel like I can breathe so much better compared to like blowing my nose normally.
You can, and then you get out of the shower and it's like, fuck, it's bad.
Like, I did it today and like, and then I was like, holy shit, like my airway is so clear right now.
My nose is screwed up. It's like, because I have deviated septum, so like really? my the otolaryngologist, whatever the name is for it, otolaryngologist, something like that, the throat and nose doctor looked at me and he was like, can you breathe through your nose? And I was like, yeah, because like, I mean, for the most part I can. Sometimes it's like hard. I think I'm naturally a mouth breather, but I can breathe through my nose. And he was like,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that because you were being serious, but the fact that you just called yourself a mouth breather is crazy.
He was like, yeah, it's like super messed up. I mean, some people like I've seen, it's like they're fine with it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I can breathe through my nose fine. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? He was like, all right. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. If you haven't done it, I don't believe you, but go try it. Blow your nose in the shower.
I like sneezing a lot too.
Sneezing is good. What you got for me, Spencer?
Free Halloween licks.
What do you mean by that?
They leave the bowl of candy out, man. And here's the thing. I'm like, if I'm by myself, I'd be respectful. If they were like, oh yeah, just sign that says take 2, take 3, take 5, whatever, I'll probably do that. If there's no sign there, brother, dumping the whole thing in. My candy now. Yeah, me and my friends were little used to do it all the time. We just take all of it.
So the sign was the deciding factor for you? Like if it said take one, you were like...
it would be the deciding factor. If there's nothing there, it says, I think I'm like, okay.
See, I feel like
they used to take the bowl too. I'm like, bro, you don't need the bowl.
See, I did that. And it wasn't like an intentional thing. It was quick no in and out getaway. Just grab the bowl and I'm gone.
No evidence.
Although I do kind of thinking back about it, I feel kind of bad now.
You're lazy if you're doing that because the whole part of a kid's experience is to pull up to a crib, knock on the door, trick or treat, give them candy. That's the classic way to do it. If you just leave it out there, bro, you're a sucker. You're basically just leaving stuff out there to get taken.
I'm not going to lie, though. Like, thinking about it now, though, think about this. Like, imagine, that family or those people or whatever, they're home. They put their candy out. They just don't want to, deal with it. They just want to sit in their living room, watch a movie or whatever. Like, if they're out of the house, that's one thing. But if they're home and they just don't want to interact with people, you're right, fuck you. But I feel kind of bad because think about like the fact that they put this bowl out there, they put the candy in it, they may or may not have put a sign that said please take one. I take the whole bowl.
Yeah.
The candy's gone, the bowl's gone. Anybody who pulls up to that house is knocking on the door from now on. So I just involuntarily signed them up to get their doorbell rang over and over and over again. And like the first time that it happens, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Are we out of candy or something?" And they're gonna go open the door. A bunch of kids are gonna be like, "Trick or treat," and they're just gonna be like, "Where the like?" They're gonna have to like. They're gonna try and keep it cool, but like in their heads, they're gonna be like, "Where the fuck is the bowl?
Yeah.
Where'd the candy go? Karma. We don't have any more candy."
It's another form of karma, man.
And then you actually have to tell a bunch of kids that you don't have candy, and then now you're disappointing the kids to their faces.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So, I never really thought about that until right this second, but I actually really like. I fucked their whole evening up by taking that bowl because now you're down a bowl, you got no candy left, and you got to tell a bunch of disappointed kids that you don't have any candy to give them.
I'd say it's
over
deserved.
and over.
I think it's deserved.
But. I think I would agree, but I still kind of feel bad because I don't even feel bad for making them answer the door. I feel bad for stealing their bowl because like, unless it was like a bowl that they bought for Halloween, like if it was one of those plastic ones, who gives a fuck? Like you were gonna throw that away anyway.
Yeah, but, you're just stupid for leaving stuff outside. You don't like you care if it got taken.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Nice.
So, it's Halloween for you, you know?
Ooh.
Spencer, tell them something while I put my mask back on, bro.
Okay. Should I tell them where they can find us at? Alright. Well, y'all can find us at, first off, at the Uncontested Podcast, where, we're on pretty much every platform you can think of. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And we're on YouTube, but that's at the Uncontested Studios. If you want to follow the two of us, you can follow me at Pain Gains. That's my fitness account on Instagram. My regular account on Instagram is Spencer_Pain123. You want to follow me on Snapchat at Spencer_Pain42. And yeah, man, we out here. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Halloween special. We got, Deadpool over there. We got Puff the Magic Dragon over here. Deadpool, where can they find you at? Dude, your eyes are like...
I don't know where they are.
They're way up on your hat. It looks good. You're good.
I can't see. For the record, I literally can't see anything. So
tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Nate Vranis. You can follow me on TikTok at Cucumber Water. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Happy Halloween. I just can't help but feel like I look really ridiculous right now. Because I don't know where the eyes are.
Your eyes like shifted over. It's not that bad now.
Do I look like Deadpool?
Yeah, bro. Hey, that's Spider-Man. Hey. I breathe fire. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Continue to tune in. Give us 5 stars. Like, comment, share. Tell us what you want to see next. Share with your friends. And we are out.